Watch your priorities. Hi, I'm Brian Pombo. Welcome back to Brian J. Pombo Live. I just saw this article about YouTuber that crashed his plane trying to get some views. This is one of those issues where priorities really make a big difference. So I'm a business investor, for those of you who don't know, and I work with a lot of different businesses in different industries. But what I come across is a lot of similar problems regardless of what industry, regardless of what type of business that you're running. And here's what I'm getting from this news story. Whether it's true or not, I haven't read into all the details. But what ends up happening is when a person is looking for attention more than they're thinking about what they're going to do with that attention, they end up getting into a lot of trouble. And it's really easy to get caught up in that loop of saying what we need is more views, we need more attention, yes, you need to stand out. I wrote a whole book about standing out, 9 ways to Amazon proof your business, how to make yourself a completely stand out and be different from your competitors. In fact, you can get a free copy at amazonproofbook.com. But if you put that ahead of everything else and you don't have a game plan beyond that, if your whole game is nothing but making noise and standing out and getting attention for today, but you don't have a plan for tomorrow, or how to take the people that are viewing you today because of some outrageous stunt, how to convert them over to something else, then your whole focus is on how to be more and more outrageous, how to be more and more crazy. And I'm all for being outrageous and crazy. That's good stuff. It's important to make yourself stand out. But there's a limit to it. And if you're focused on just outdoing yourself and becoming more crazy and more outrageous, there's a burnout period to that eventually. It's very common among YouTubers, people on any type of video media, whether Instagram, TikTok, any of these places. If you're constantly trying to outdo yourself, if that's your only game, then you're going to run out of steam eventually, or you're going to end up doing something stupid that gets you put into jail or kicked off of your platform or something of that sort. This happens across business, is that the business owner tends to get overly focused in one area, or gets splattered all over the place in a million different areas and just pays attention to anything that excites them at that moment, as opposed to making sure that all the areas are covered properly. I was having a conversation with some real close friends that are with one of the clients that I work with, and they're having this issue. It's an ongoing issue with the organization that they work at. And this is common across the board. It's something you got to watch for in yourself. If you are the executive, if you're the business owner, if you're one of the people in charge, this is a huge thing you have to watch for. And you have to ask for help. You have to ask for help from the people you work with. You may have to ask that for help for people outside of where you work with. This is one of the things that I'll go in with companies and try and see it from the business owner's perspective, but also be willing to see from everyone else's perspective and see if this is happening. If priorities are not being organized properly and looked back at on a regular basis, you will get into this situation where you crash your plane. And it's not a happy situation. It's not a great scenario, and it's something you really got to watch out for, because it'll not only bring your business down, it may bring other people down in the process. So hopefully that makes sense. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be talking again. Don't forget about my book, 9 Ways to Amazon Proof Your Business, amazonproofbook.com. We'll be back. In the meantime, get out there and let the magic happen.